Two small skiffs cut through the black water of the Gulf of Aden, engines screaming into the night. Armed men stood at the bow, rifles raised, convinced they had found another easy payday. No escort, no warning lights, just a dark silhouette ahead, floating silently in one of the world's most dangerous shipping lanes. In pirate logic, that usually meant one thing: money. What they didn't know was that this target was already calling for help. And that help was moving fast, because somewhere beyond the horizon, one of the deadliest warships ever built was turning toward them. By 2009, the Gulf of Aden had become a nightmare for global trade. Tens of thousands of ships passed through these waters every year, carrying everything from food and fuel to weapons and medicine. And waiting for them were pirates, many of them young, poor, and desperate, armed with nothing but AK-47s, rocket launchers, and speedboats. Somali piracy wasn't chaos, it was a business. Ships were hijacked, crews were held hostage, and ransoms worth millions were negotiated over satellite phones. Cargo vessels were no longer just ships, they were floating ATMs. On April 8, 2009, the MV Maersk Alabama entered those waters. A US-flagged container ship, unarmed, carrying humanitarian cargo. To the pirates watching from the waves, it looked like the perfect target. The skiffs accelerated, grappling hooks flew. Despite evasive maneuvers, the pirates climbed aboard. But this time, things didn't go according to plan. The crew of the Maersk Alabama didn't panic. They fought back. Engines were shut down. Compartments were flooded. Pirates were trapped below deck. What was supposed to be a clean hijacking turned into chaos. Only one man was taken: Captain Richard Phillips. He made a choice that would define the entire incident. He offered himself in exchange for his crew. One man for many. The pirates accepted. A small orange lifeboat was lowered into the sea. Four figures climbed inside. 3 pirates, 1 American captain. And as the Maersk Alabama pulled away, that lifeboat drifted alone into open water. What the pirates didn't realize was that their time was already running out. Radar contacts appeared on US Navy screens. Orders were issued, and cutting through the sea at full speed came the USS Bainbridge. 9,000 tons of steel. An Arleigh Burke-class destroyer, bristling with Tomahawk missiles, advanced radar, and firepower capable of leveling cities. But tonight, it wasn't missiles that mattered. It was precision. The Bainbridge reached the lifeboat and stopped. Floodlights illuminated the scene. A standoff began. For 4 days, the lifeboat drifted. Negotiations dragged on. The pirates demanded ransom. The United States demanded surrender. Inside the cramped lifeboat, temperatures rose, food disappeared, and nerves frayed. At one point, the pirate leader boarded the Bainbridge to negotiate. The moment he stepped on deck, he was arrested. Just like that, one pirate was gone. Inside the lifeboat, panic exploded. Now there were 3 pirates left, 3 guns, and 1 hostage whose life hung by seconds. As night fell, the sea turned rough. The lifeboat rocked violently. Visibility dropped. Conditions became almost impossible. High above the waves, Navy SEAL snipers took their positions on the destroyer's deck. They watched through optics, tracking movement through tiny lifeboat windows. Heads appeared, disappeared, reappeared, all moving independently. Rules of engagement were absolute. They could only fire if all 3 pirates presented an immediate lethal threat at the same time. Then it happened. All 3 pirates raised their weapons. 3 snipers exhaled. 3 shots cracked through the night. In an instant, it was over. All 3 pirates were dead. Captain Phillips was alive. The lifeboat went still. The entire rescue, from decision to execution, lasted less than 90 seconds. When dawn came, the Gulf of Aden was quiet again. Captain Phillips was safe. The USS Bainbridge turned away. No missiles fired. No boarding teams deployed. Just discipline, patience, and unmatched precision. The message traveled faster than any warship. Pirate attacks in the region dropped sharply. Shipping companies changed routes. Navies increased coordination. The idea of the easy cargo ship began to die, because that night proved something important. Modern naval power isn't just about overwhelming force. Sometimes it's about restraint, about waiting, about knowing exactly when to act. On a dark sea, against desperate men in wooden boats, America didn't need to show its full strength. It only needed to be there. And sometimes the deadliest ship in the world doesn't fire Sometimes it only needs 3 shots.